Hello, guys. Hello. Hope everyone is doing fine. We're going to start our session now. Uh, as you see by the title, we're kind of in a hunting mode. We're a little bit like cat and mouse doing play. We are doing the cat and mouse play game here. Obviously, we're like the cats, and for some reason, we like to go after mouses, right? It's stronger than us. So since this game is full of Smurfs, which are like rats, and cats go like to go after mouse, we might get ourselves a bit of fun here. The show is about to begin, so to speak, a circus show. And for those that know me, I kind of first I used to like this game, but then this game was usually ruined by Smurf accounts. I explained what those Smurf accounts are and what they do. I have YouTube videos for that. I made a recent YouTube video on my channel. Not that I'm a YouTube-ish person, not at all. It's more that I felt this had to be kind of exposed a little bit. And I might actually share the link for that. Open link or copy link, yeah. So if you want to have a little bit of a look of what this whole thing is about, so here you can have the context. You can look into this link. This link is absolutely safe. Go for it. And it's like a 1 hour video, but it explains a little bit as to my motivations as for why I'm doing this and why I feel this is eventually, if not the most important thing, quite useful. And I would say this could be the start of something potentially better. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm doing this in a just chatting category and not particularly in the gaming section category. Because doing the stream and I could be doing the stream in the particular AV2 gaming category, but instead I'm not doing that. I'm choosing it to do in the regular general directory of just chatting, because I feel like considering the variety of topics I may talk about, I feel more at ease here. And the thing is, unfortunately, this game is was one of the games I used to play when I was smaller. And I think it was by COVID period I witnessed that this game had a surge. Uh, some people were still playing this game, and I was like, what? Like 10 or 15 years later, people are still playing this game. Let's give it a try. So there was an initial enthusiasm, and here I went playing this game online, so on and so forth. In the beginning, I kind of learned my things. Of course, I was still novice in terms of online playing, but I was already good at that game. I knew it. But after some time, I realized that my progression in the game was systematically halted, and I kind of find it strange because I was starting to get to know the basics and everything, and somehow I still was finding a ceiling. I never was going past a very normal ceiling because generally profiles they tend to spam. Well, when you create an account here on this game, you start with 1,000 yellow points. And as you win games in this particular setting called random map matchmaking, you win some yellow points, and if you lose yellow points. So after some time, obviously, you start to see the 1,000 initial yellow changing and adjusting accordingly. The thing is, after an initial period, uh, probably spending from 1 to 1.5 years, I was hitting a strange ceiling. I was somehow never able to go cross past the 1,000 something kilo threshold. Like after I reached that point, boom, I systematically went down back to 800 and 800, 900, 1,000, boom, again. I was always going back and forth, but like in a circular loop that kept maintaining. Of course, I was playing this game as a part-time thing and not fully professionally, but during 3 or 4 years, the whole thing maintained. I was never going cross past that 1,000 euros threshold. And it felt strange because I was learning and improving in so many more things. And somehow the progression in the Elo ranking match system was stagnated. That felt very strange. So I started to dive a little better, and when I see something strange, I look at it and dig into it. And I was right. That was the problematic of Smurf accounts. And it's the problematic I kind of explained in the video, existing experienced players who are creating new accounts to basically purposely purposefully stomp and crush players with much lower skills. It is kind of a malicious situation because, in this game you have elos that range from 0 to 2,900 elo, kind of about that, a little bit more. But that doesn't tell you uh, that each person has only one account. So in this game, there is no limit in the number of accounts a person can hold. You can hold dozens, hundreds, thousands of accounts. You're not going to be impeded for them. And that's the problem with Smurf accounts, because if someone has a main account who is 2,900 and he decides to create 20, 200, 500 accounts who are sitting between 800 elos or and 1,200 elos, then each time a player who is legitimately within those elo ranges, whose main account is there, or doesn't even have more accounts like me, every time he's facing an account that, for example, declares 900, but said account is played by the player whose main skill is 2,900, then you're going to have essentially a play of an 900 elo player against a fake 900 elo player. It is basically a 900 elo player versus a 2,900 elo player, which is absurd and disproportional. You understand that when there's such skill disparity, the matches are going to be one-sided. There's match fixing, and there's always going to be a player on the losing side, no matter what he does. Because there's too much skill imbalance. And unfortunately, the skill imbalance is used in a predatory manner because existing experienced pros generally tend to create and spam new accounts at 1000 euro, obviously, and they do it either to get quick games. That is okay. That is an okay reason, but the problem is when they're using the accounts for malicious reasons. So that is when they're using those accounts to snipe on people they perceive as competitors or people they do not want to see rise and just cancel. You see, for example, a player was 700, then he continues to win matches, 800, 900, and as soon as that player starts to go up, the said top pro players in the game who do not want to see competition, those in a grieving manner, what they do is they're going to sabotage the progression of that player using a Smurf account, one of many Smurf accounts they have uh, in the lower elos, to deliberately target that rising player so that his rising progression is stopped and eventually he's even punished and deranked. That's exactly what I've been subjected in this game for like many years. The systematic targeting and taking me down to cancel my progression. Because I was not fighting players who were of my skill, I was systematically fighting top pro players using clown accounts to stop my progression, to cancel me, and to derank me. As you can see here, if I take this, not the team games. So once I started play, rising, rising, yeah, no, this was progression. There was a ceiling, boom, and going down, then rising up, boom, going down, going up, boom, going down. Each time things like that happen, with the exception of this one, because here it was intentional. Here I wanted to dive at zero elo to understand how things were at the bottom, and to make it even more cringe, I told it already yesterday and the other days. I'll keep telling this. In the zero yellow game, there was a game I lost against a clown account. Someone who was smurfing at zero yellow in a marketplace game playing with Celts. Now, how ridiculous is that? How ridiculous to find one of these top pro players in the lowest possible elo threshold of the game using a smurf account to cancel others. Yeah, that was cringe. I remember that. And of course, I kind of got back to the usual normal. But from a certain point, I always reach a ceiling. That strange ceiling that no matter what I do, I cannot go past it. And that's exactly the problem of Smurf accounts. The progression of players is cancelled. The normal would-be progression of players is cancelled because top professional players whose main account is 2500, 2800, or 900 are using their alternate accounts to target and systematically, I would say, harass the progression of players that they perceive as competitors or who they want to gatekeep. They also do another thing, they have a double standard. So if for some players they decide to target and harass them systematically to block their elo progression, in regards to others, what they do is the very opposite. So if those high professional players have friends or people who are starting to play the game, within their social circles, or that they have some sort of understanding, their mates, their buddies, or they have some sort of economical arrangement or any sort of advantageous arrangement. In those cases, the Smurfs will make sure that when they're facing their friends, they will play suboptimal. They will play bad or not as good as they would play on their main accounts on purpose, so that their friends can win the games and accumulate elo. So that's the phenomenon that is known as elo boosting, where a game is match fixed so that a player is has his elo lifted up. Basically, it's a system of having two buddies. The higher experienced player, which is 200, 2900 or 2800, for example, he has a friend that is sitting on the 1050 elo. And what he does is that before the game, or before he streams, whatever, they kind of agree to come on Discord or at the time where one plays the game and presses on find matchmaking. You see here this this game interface. When his friend presses find match, the lower skilled friend at 1050 elo that I referred, the the guy who is 2800, for example, is going to use an account he has sitting at 1030 elo, and you will also press find match at the same time or in a very similar time frame, so that the two have a higher chance of getting matched. And surprise, that's exactly what happens kind of in those situations. You have the 1030 versus the 1050 elo account being matched in the same game. Surprise, but when people are watching, they never know if the other is if the two are friends or the two are buddies. But the thing is, the two have already prearranged to fight themselves in the game and for the 1050 elo friend to go up. So the 1030 elo player is always going to lose because they kind of agree the result, or they agree that the 1030 elo player is going to play less so that the 1050 elo player can have the upper hand within the game in a subtle way. So they could do it so people could be watching the game and they could not suspect that one of the players is intentionally throwing the game or playing less than what he should so that his friend goes up. And that's it. You have this double kind of standards where some individuals, these Smurfs, reward mediocre players by throwing the games intentionally and letting them cross certain elo thresholds, and other players that actually have very competent play or sufficiently or minimally competent, that's when these Smurfs max out everything and cancel these players. So you have a corruption in the two centers where you reward mediocre players into mid to upper mid elos, and you punish and derank good players into lower elos. Now that is the system currently going on. And obviously I'm against that. The game doesn't punish Smurf accounts. I've already told about the problem of Smurf accounts and the fact that they match fix, they rig the games, they disrupt competitive integrity and the spirit of the game, and they obviously are a form of cheating and toxicity. So it's totally fine to complain about that. There is nothing controversial about smurfing. It's simply unacceptable because it's a form of manipulating the rank kilos in 1v1s ranked matchmaking systems. I'm not referring to the presence of Smurf accounts in team games because the logic here is completely different. Even though we're pairing them kind of together, You cannot mix oil and water. I'm sorry, those are two different things. I played this game for many years, and the the presence or absence of Smurfs is a totally different issue for team games. I'm talking about 1v1's rank situation. And obviously, since I stand for fair competition and that everybody should have their fair chance, and not a few group of established players always having advantage, and the non-previously existent base of players having lesser chances, I agree that we should have this kind of fair and equal opportunity provider, fair playing base. In a way, I'm intransigent with that, or it's flexible. So what do I propose? Since the game does not take down Smurf accounts, and obviously, if I'm forced to constantly play against higher experienced players, you understand, I cannot win the games. I lose, and I lose elo, so I'm basically cancelled from my would-be progression. And I can dare to say that at this point, I would be 1,700, 1,800 elo had it not been for Smurf accounts. Guaranteed. But since I'm systematically targeted and predated by Smurf accounts, by their social circles, by their discords, they constantly prey on you, and every time you kind of play the game, they're super vigilant. This becomes kind of like Mission Impossible. So, since this is Mission Impossible, I am not fighting for a rigged objective or a rigged matchmaking system. Instead, I'm doing something different, which is I'm kind of playing. If the game is playable, okay, I play it. If the game is unplayable, well, we expose the Smurfs either ways. So that is what I propose to do. It's a kind of different thing. While the game doesn't take down Smurf accounts, doesn't ban Smurf accounts or the main accounts associated to Smurf accounts, which should be the thing, because if you like to cheat and abuse the system, I think it should be fair and legitimate for all your accounts to be taken down and for you to not be able to play the game. Because I don't see why a player or a group of players need to have more chances at playing the games and others have lesser chances. Like, I am against this kind of caste privilege system. I defend that everybody should have the same chances. And right now, this game is a game of social capital. It is a game of I'm a friend of this friend, I'm a connection of this connection, and so we're buddy buddies. And with that, uh, I will either increase your elo or we will find a way to decrease your elo, which is bad. It's no longer a skill game. It no longer becomes a skill thing. It becomes where it is a game where the social connivances and the social capital decides your skill before your own technical or in-game skills, which is stupid. It's completely pathetic. That is why I also kind of step away from the gaming category, because if you go on the gaming category, most of them look the other way. They pretend that the smurfing issue doesn't happen. Even when you see it live on games, they say, "Oh no, he's probably just a good player." When you see a player, for example, just has 1v1 games and no team games, which is exactly a way to spot a Smurf account. They say, oh, he just plays 1v1s. For example, I have thousands of team games, and when I started to play this game, I actually started through the team games and eventually switched to 1v1s for other reasons. A person that only played 1v1s in an account and never played anything else, I assure you, it's a Smurf account. If you have hundreds, hundreds of games in 1v1s and you never played a team game in 1 or 2 years, a couple of team games, you're guaranteed a Smurf account. And what shocks me is that when you're clearly pointing out those profiles within the gaming directory in AOE2, people just look the other way or say, oh, they just play 1v1s. So they keep denying the evidence. They keep uh, pretending with make me believe speeches where something is black and they say that black is white, or something that is white and they say that white is black. They invert things. It's ridiculous. I mean, you cannot have serious discussions there. It's a completely clown directory right now. And the people who actually are aware of it, uh, some are not stupid. They either just look the other way and pretend there are no Smurfs, or uh, they keep avoiding the issue. So you might say there's cowardice, there's vested interests, there's status quo, and I don't like it. I like things to be more fair, and right now it's not fair. That's why I step away and I kind of rebel in the just chatting category. And this is obviously a political problem in the game. The refusal, their persistent refusal in taking down cheaters in the game who are using Smurf accounts to derank, harass, bully others, or cancel certain players, and the refusal to take down the main accounts of those players. Because, it's kind of scandalous to see players who are 2,900, 2,800, so on and so forth, who are predating on the lower ladder skills, on the lower escalons of the ladder to cancel the progression of players because they don't want competition. This is basically an oligopoly. You have an established group of players that if you don't belong to their like circles or uh, you're not like in the friend zone of them, they cancel you. So there's a hostile takeover right now on this game. And the only way for other players who do not belong to those circles and even refuse to be part of those is to play it in an uncompromising way, to play this not for elo, but either to have fun, in case of a few games you might have fun, or because you want to do some kind of specific documentation, like exposing what they're doing and how sordid, how bad, and how stupid it is. And that's why I use the clowning, those clowning etiquettes, those clowning tags for my streams because it is a way to expose the total circus shit show that we're forced to witness in this game. It didn't used to be like that, but right now it's kind of like it. I'm going to play with one of the strong civs in the games, always on purpose. Now, it doesn't mean I will always win with such civ. On the contrary, I will always lose or almost always lose when facing those Smurf accounts, if and when I face them. But you'll see. You can watch the video for more context, and otherwise, in the future, I will always be kind of playing when I have the opportunity for it. Uh, for example, today, yes, and perhaps tomorrow. We'll see. And here we go. The problem is, if you're doing this on the gaming category of AoE2, when I was streaming about this, people were kind of like some were lurking, some were coming, but very rarely because they know that I was exposing these Smurf situations, and they kind of blacklisted, and I didn't like that. So I went my own way. I'm independent. I don't depend on circus clowns trying to cancel me, and that's exactly why I moved into just chatting. Okay, that's the game we're going to face, an enclosed map. By the way, the silo system is not properly updated because right now it should be 1000 something. No, this is the old elo thing. It's against a Turkish player, potentially a Smurf, as I told you. But we'll see.
¿Sí? Voy. Construir.
It's a bit high for me, the pitch of sound.
Presta. Servidora. Buscar. Mande. Buscar. Presta. Buscar.
To check out my sheep, also called these water buffaloes. Kind of scouting outside. This is a particular map.
Mande. Servidora.
And this is a game that's called an RTS game. So it means it stands for real-time
Sí.
strategy.
Buscar.
But there is no strategy when you're playing against people who like to match fix games. That's exactly why the game becomes a shit show. we go with that.
Servidora. Mande.
Going for more.
Presta. Construir.
Servidor. Cazar. Presto. Mande. Sí. Degrado. Talar.
Hey,
Mande.
this could be worse.
Talar. Servidor.
Plazme. Talar. Construir. ¿Sí?
Mande. Plazme. Sí. Construir.
Servidora.
Cazar.
There is something we need to do.
Servidor.
Cazar. Mande.
Cazar. Cazar.
¿Sí? Cazar.
Damn it.
Cazar. Presta. ¿Sí?
Agora.
Mande.
Degrado. Voy. Buscar.
Servidora.
Presto. Construir.
Presta. Servidora. Agora. Buscar.
Sí. Buscar. Servidor. Talar. Cazar. Cazar.
We do this.
Presto.
He's exploring the map, that's why he's getting more score. Naturally.
Mande grado. Voy. Construir. Presto. Mande. Sí. Cazar.
Presta. Cazar.
Servidor. Agora. Degrado. Mande. Cazar. Sí. Cazar. Presto. Talar. Servidor. Degrado.
This.
Construir.
Thing at a time.
Mande. Cazar. Presto. Degrado. Construir. Sí. Cazar. Servidor. Agora. Degrado. Plazme. Construir. Presto. Agora.
I also forget that I need to take gold in this map.
Construir. Construir.
¿Sí? Mande. Plazme. Construir.
Sí. Construir. Mande.
Cazar.
Servidor. Cazar.
¿Sí?
Presto. Servidor.
We should be fine.
Construir.
Presta. Mande. Construir. Servidora. Buscar. Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Mande. Sí. Construir. Excavar. Servidor. Agora. Construir. Construir.
Some people like to weaponize particular strategies in this kind of map. You know, the so-called experienced players.
Servidor. Sí. Mande. Degrado. Presto. Voy. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Construir. Sí. Degrado. Construir. Servidor. Excavar.
Kind of greedy what I'm doing, but
Buscar.
I'll do it.
Presto. Excavar. Mande. Excavar. Presto. Excavar. Mande.
Talar. Presta. Servidora.
Servidor. Sí. Presto. Excavar. Servidor. Mande. Sí. Sí.
Buscar.
Presto. Servidor.
Mande. Agora. Talar.
Mande.
Agora.
Talar. Voy. Degrado. Sí. Excavar. Servidor. Agora. Voy. Sí. Mande. Excavar.
Presta.
Presto. Sí. Voy. Degrado. Servidor.
I want to get as much resources as I can. As many resources I can get.
Mande. Buscar.
Of course, I will attack. I will attack. Good. I got a bill.
Sí. Degrado. Voy. Presto.
I'm going to make this here.
Construir.
Mande.
You never know.
Servidor. Voy. Mande. Presto. Degrado. Presto. Mande. Voy. Sí. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Presto. Plazme. Mande. Sí. Presto. Voy. Degrado. Presto. Mande. Voy. Mande. Plazme.
Servidora.
Excavar. Agora. Servidor. Sí. Construir. Sí. Voy. Mande. Construir. Mande. Construir.
Sí. Voy. Construir.
Presto. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Degrado. Presto. Servidor. Construir. Sí. Presto. Agora. Degrado. Sí. Excavar. Mande.
Voy. Excavar. Mande.
Degrado.
For protecting the vault,
Construir.
which is exactly what I wanted.
Sí. Degrado. Construir. Servidora.
Sí.
I'll be fine. He has to retreat. Not good for him.
Pres. Construir. Servidora. Agora. Presta. Construir.
Servidor. Degrado. Plazme. Construir. Construir. Presto. Mande.
Okay, we go back.
Construir. Agora. Construir.
Mande.
Excavar. Presto. Agora.
Bye bye.
Servidor. Degrado. Excavar. Agora. Degrado. Excavar. Sí. Mande. Agora.
Now he's in a pickle
Sí. Construir.
because the archers he's doing
Sí. Mande.
are
Construir.
not getting any value.
Mande. Sí. Plazme. Construir. Servidor. Agora. Degrado. Sí. Mande. Buscar. Presto. Servidor. Construir. Sí. Presto. Degrado. Presto. Talar. Sí. Santiago. Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Mande. Degrado. Degrado.
Keep moving.
Sí. Degrado.
Our scrims are good for something.
Degrado. Degrado. Agora.
Just in case.
Mande.
Got that.
Presto. Degrado.
Servidora.
Mande. Agora. Sí. Degrado. Degrado.
Only we could go up.
Mande. Plazme.
We'll go up now.
Construir.
Servidor. Excavar. Excavar. Mande. Degrado. Sí. Degradar. Servidor. Sí. Excavar. Presto. Agora.
Servidora. Degrado. Talar. talar,
Degrado.
Of course, we are doing what we have to.
Sí, degrado. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Presto. Sí, degrado. Degrado. Presto. A ellos. Agora. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Santiago. Agora. Degrado. Sí. Agora. Mande. Degrado. Sí. A ellos. Santiago. Guerra. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. A ellos. Voy. Guerra. Degrado. Degrado. Agora. Presto.
Not bad with that.
A ellos.
They got the forging.
Sí. Guerra. Presto. Agora. Mande. Degrado.
Let's use the tower to our
A
advantage.
ellos. Mande. Construir. Presto. Guerra. Presto. Construir. Sí, voy. Presto. Agora. Voy. Agora.
presta, construir.
Also that.
¿Sí?
Sí, degrado. Mande.
¿Mande?
Stuff is good.
Construir.
Now we need to
Sí. Plasme.
keep a look on
Construir.
what he's doing.
Presta, degrado. Construir.
Servidor. Mande. Agora. Sí. Presto. Agora. Mande. Servidor. Agora. Degrado.
Let's
Plasme.
make a good defense of our main resources.
Sí. Mande. Voy. Presto. Degrado. Voy. Excavar. Servidor. Mande. Construir. Construir. Presto. Buscar. Sí. Servidor.
We're going to play with certain tools here. That's how you play with the Spanish.
Presto.
Talar. Agora.
Uh-oh,
Agora.
we don't have enough stone yet.
Mande.
Plasme.
Now we have.
Construir.
Sí. Excavar. Servidor. Degrado. Construir. Presto.
Yes.
Degrado. Agora. Degrado.
Keep
Sí.
moving.
Degrado. Degrado. Sí. Degrado. Mande. Mande.
Oh my god!
Voy. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado.
That
Presto.
is
Degrado.
unexpected.
A ellos. Sí. Agora.
Houdini guy.
Presto. Guerra. Santiago. Guerra. Degrado. Sí. A ellos. Degrado. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. Sí. Presto. Agora. Presto. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Agora.
I think we need archer armor.
Sí. Degrado.
Tough
Servidor.
what he came up with.
Construir. Sí. Agora. Degrado. Degrado.
And he's going with a fort castle already.
Presto. Degrado. Degrado. Voy. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Degrado. Voy. Agora. Voy. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Guerra. Agora. Santiago. Agora. Guerra. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Degrado. Santiago. Voy. Degrado. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Degrado. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Degrado. Voy. Sí. Construir. Sí. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Agora. Degrado.
He left with his villagers.
Presto. Servidor. Degrado.
¿Sí?
Voy. Excavar. Mande. Santiago. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Voy. Agora. Guerra. Voy. Degrado. Santiago. Guerra. A ellos. Santiago. Degrado. Degrado. Agora. Guerra. Agora. A ellos. Agora. Degrado. Santiago. Voy. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Voy. A ellos. Degrado. Santiago. Agora. A ellos. Presto. Sí. Degrado. Degrado. Santiago. Agora. Degrado. ¡Ey! Voy. Guerra. Degrado. Santiago. ¡Ey! Agora. Guerra. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. ¡Ey! Agora. Guerra. Degrado. A ellos. Guerra. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. ¡Ey! Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. Degrado. ¡Ey! Agora. Degrado.
Oh, that's deadly for him.
Degrado.
I did good things here.
Degrado.
Construir.
Sí. Construir. Presto.
We're having fun with the Kongs. It's a good unit, for some reason.
Degrado. Degrado. Presto. Degrado. Guerra. Voy. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. Santiago. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Agora. ¡Ey! Degrado. 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 Agora. Degrado.
Naturally,
Construir.
Mande.
Construir. Sí.
Construir.
Servidor. Degrado.
need to make a few things.
Degrado. Agora. Excavar. Mande. Presto.
Servidora.
Presto. Degrado. Agora.
We still have a few Kongs to raid this base.
Sí. Construir.
Sí. Construir. Servidor. Sí. Voy. Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Voy. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. Santiago. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. Agora. Guerra. Voy. Degrado. Degrado. Santiago. Guerra. Degrado. ¡Ey! Agora. A ellos. Agora. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. Santiago.
Hmm.
Mande. Construir.
Mande. Construir.
Presta. Construir. Sí.
Construir.
Servidora.
Construir.
Goal is coming very fast.
Sí.
Construir.
Presta. Construir.
We also
Sí.
need to get stone
Degrado. Excavar.
faster.
Voy. Excavar. Construir.
I think he wants to go Imperial H.
Presto.
Servidora. Cultivar. Agora. Mande. Presta. Talar. Voy.
Presto. Excavar. Talar. Construir. Servidor. Talar.
Servidora.
Keep doing those.
Servidor. Voy.
Sí. Mande. Voy. Presta. Excavar. Construir. Servidora. Degrado. Excavar. ¿Sí?
Sí. Degrado.
My god, the Kongs are so expensive.
Mande. Agora. Agora. Sí. Degrado. Construir. Presto. Degrado. Sí. Degrado. Agora. Degrado.
Nice.
Degrado. Degrado. Agora. Degrado.
Let's go back to
Mande.
the base.
Degrado.
He probably spotted me.
Degrado.
Mande. Agora. Construir. Construir.
Presto.
Oh,
Presto. Degrado.
that.
Agora. Degrado. Voy. Degrado. Degrado. Degrado.
Oh, he spotted me.
Degrado. Agora.
He's going to hunt me down.
Sí. Agora. Guerra. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. Degrado. Agora. ¡Ey! Degrado. Guerra. Agora. Degrado. Santiago. Voy. A ellos. Guerra. ¡Ey! Voy. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. Degrado.
If he's going with baton archers, we're going to need skirmishers.
Degrado. Construir. Construir.
Sí, degrado.
Mande.
Excavar. Construir. Excavar. Servidor. Agora.
And also onagers. Lack of gold is a real problem with these.
Sí, degrado. Degrado. Mande. Degrado. Presto. Agora. Mande. Degrado.
That's good, I think, for skirmishers. We don't have ballistics.
Sí, presto.
Ballistics is coming.
Presto. Agora. Mande. Guerra. Sí, degrado. Degrado. Presto. Degrado. Mande.
You're defeated. Resigned. Now this was a regular player. I've seen even worse smurfs. I don't believe this was a big of a smurf. I've seen one yesterday. Today this one was acting normal. What he was doing is normal, kind of. In a way, I think I rated him at the right moment, with the conks, making things much easier. Though I think this guy is smurfing because he doesn't have 1v1s. So it was a lower tier smurf. You know, it's not one of the most egregious cases of abuse. There are cases of absurd players. They're doing things you can't even fathom on your in the wildest of your imagination. You know, you cannot conceive that. But this player, kind of okay, considering what he was doing. It was veteran experience, but not the most dangerous Smurf account. If all were like this, we would be fine. Be the same player, I don't know. Sometimes you get a rematch against the same person. Most of the work in this map is done early. Oh, now it's the Khmer. And this one, I think, is going to be much more complicated. That's also a Turkish player. Apparently, it's an active time to play this game in Turkey. It can depend on the time zones, obviously.
Buscar. Mande. Sí. Buscar. Servidor.
The good thing about streaming and just chatting is that you're completely independent. You don't rely on other people there and a friend of a friend to help you. You know, if you want to come there, you come there. But here, you can just go completely on your own. Okay. It's kind of not very usual to have this, but I take it.
Servidor.
Most important thing here is to keep track of our buffaloes early on.
Presto. Sí. Cazar.
Sí.
Usually using a few things to my advantage.
Mande.
It's not very efficient, but
Presto. Degrado.
you know, you have to take what you have to take.
Construir.
Servidora. Talar.
Sí.
Cazar. Cazar.
Great.
Servidor.
The same problem again. Same old problem because the villager is shooting earlier than others. That's the problem of this game.
Mande. Construir.
Oh god damn it. And I blew my vills.
Presto.
I did not start well.
Mande.
What the?
Mande. Servidora.
Cazar.
Sí. Presta.
Servidor. Construir. Sí. Degrado. Construir.
Yes.
Mande.
Worst start ever.
Servidora.
Worst start ever. What is this? Few misclicks and a few of those annoying things.
Sí. Talar. Talar. Construir. Presto. Construir.
Sí. Plaza. Agora. Excavar. Buscar.
This opponent I'm facing is very problematic.
Servidor. Presto. Talar.
It's the Khmer.
Ahora. Degrado. Construir. Mande.
Buscar.
Sí. Construir. Construir. Servidor. Agora. Cazar. Agora. Presto. Excavar. Construir. Mande. Talar. Cazar. Sí. Cazar. Servidor. Cazar.
Even the villagers are blocking the path to themselves. My god. My villagers are blocking the path to other villagers.
Sí.
That's not it.
Voy.
That kind of game I'd like to play.
Construir. 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 Mande. Construir.
Playing that well, I assure you.
Mande. Cazar.
Presto.
See,
Construir.
that's not playing well.
Sí. Excavar. Mande. Servidor.
Because this guy is probably playing with the Khmer to age up faster.
Mande.
And I'm even playing slower than I usually play. So it means that I'm already throwing the game.
Cazar. Cazar. Sí. Cazar. Presto. Agora. Mande. Construir. Sí. Construir. Servidor. Degrado. Buscar. Presto. Cazar.
Super risky doing this. Putting on the berry bushes outside.
Sí. Cazar. Excavar. Construir. Mande. Excavar.
Need to think carefully
Servidor. Excavar.
about the things
Construir.
I should do.
Presta.
I have less
Presto.
villagers than
Construir.
what I should have right now.
Servidor. Degrado.
Servidora. Agora. Talar.
Sí. Agora. Talar.
Balancing my economy a little bit.
Servidor. Excavar. Voy. Excavar.
Sí. Buscar. Voy. Buscar.
Sí.
Mande.
Presto. Buscar. Mande. Buscar.
I expect that he's going to attack very fast.
Sí. Buscar. Presto. Degrado. Agora. Voy. Talar. Mande. Servidor. Talar. Talar. Presto. Degrado.
Going for that.
Construir. Construir. Sí.
Sí. Degrado. Construir.
Mande.
Servidora.
Hard play here.
Presta. Talar.
Servidor. Excavar. Presto.
Then we go up.
Sí. Construir.
Mande.
Servidor.
Servidora.
Lazme. Mande.
Excavar.
Sí. Excavar. Mande. Presto. Servidor.
Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Sí. Presto. Santiago. Mantegadora. Presto. Excavar. Presto.
Flying some towers here is the good play.
Voy. Degrado.
He has to go away. Never a good idea to.
Servidor. Excavar.
Sí. Buscar. Excavar. Presta.
Agora. Excavar.
Mande. Excavar.
Mande. Presto. Talar. Excavar. Sí. Servidor.
Have enough food
Buscar.
here? Nope.
Mande.
Presto.
Agora. Buscar.
Sí.
Servidor.
Degrado. Agora. Construir.
He's also going up. And stable. Very concerning.
Servidora. Presta. Agora.
Sí.
Mande. Degrado. Construir.
There is an upgrade we are missing. That's the upgrade we're talking about.
Presto. Degrado. Construir. Servidor. Construir. Sí. Talar. Construir. Mande. Sí, voy. Servidor. Agora. Construir. Presto. Talar.
He obviously has a much better
Mande.
economy than us.
Degrado.
Except this time we should get 650 stone. We don't have that.
Sí. Mande.
Sí, agora, agora.
Agora. Degrado. ¡Ey! Sí. Voy. Plazme. Agora. Excavar.
Damn it.
Construir.
Still not enough.
Sí. Agora. Degrado.
We still don't have it enough.
Presto.
Servidor.
Agora.
Degrado.
Talar.
Sí, agora.
Construir.
He's booming fast. I'm sure he has army.
Agora. Voy.
¿Sí?
Servidor. Construir. Presto.
Mande.
Servidor.
Degrado.
Presto.
Plazme.
Voy. Talar.
¿Mande?
Agora.
What should I do? I think I should protect my loot.
Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Agora.
Voy.
Degrado.
Excavar. Construir.
Presto. Degrado. ¿Servidora?
Plazme. Degrado.
Excavar.
Servidor. Voy. Degrado. Degrado. Agora.
There is an abusive, which means my opponent is about
¿Mande?
to boom at this stage.
Construir.
Servidor. Agora. Excavar. Presto.
Sí.
Plazme.
Degrado.
Excavar.
Mande.
Excavar.
Presto. Excavar.
They're Spanish, they
Presto.
build stuff faster.
Guerra.
Sí. Mande.
Construir.
¿Servidora? Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. A ellos. Presto. Agora. Degrado. Degrado.
I'll intercept him before he gets what we're
Voy.
doing.
Degrado. Santiago. Mande. Degrado. Voy. Degrado. Agora. A ellos. Presto. Agora.
Was
Sí.
good.
Degrado.
I'd say it was well
Presto.
executed.
Excavar. Servidor.
Agora.
Construir.
¿Sí?
Construir.
Mande.
Plazme. Construir.
Khmer is already booming.
Mande. Agora. Voy. Presto. Degrado. Servidor.
Degrado.
Construir.
Sí.
Plazme. Construir.
¿Servidora? Construir.
Mande. Degrado.
Presto. Agora. Plazme.
Sí. Voy. Agora. Voy.
Mande.
Presto. Degrado.
Presto. Agora. Voy. Degrado.
Presto.
Mande.
Cultivar. Construir.
Oh my god,
Mande.
Degrado.
he's going for that.
Sí.
Degrado.
Presto.
Have trouble.
Agora.
Servidor.
We have trouble.
Mande. Degrado.
I mean, if he invests knights,
Sí. Voy. Agora.
Presto.
we'll continue
Mande.
to invest
Degrado.
our stuff.
Sí. Degrado.
Sí. Plazme. Servidor.
Presto. Agora. Degrado. Agora.
Presto. Voy. Servidor.
Mande. Voy. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Voy.
But
Degrado.
still
Mande.
sacrifice his knights.
Sí.
Sí. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Degrado.
Servidor. Plazme.
Presto. Degrado.
There is he,
Mande. Agora.
Mande. Agora.
this Houdini.
Presto. Plazme. Degrado. Voy.
Sí. Santiago.
Sí. Degrado. Plazme. Agora. Plaz. Degrado.
¿Sí? Construir. Presto. Talar. Degrado.
Servidor. Construir.
Sí.
Degrado. Voy. Construir.
I say late game, this civ has all advantages. Which means
Mande. Degrado.
we will lose.
Agora. Degrado.
It's just a characteristic of the Khmer.
Construir. Servidor. Construir. Presto.
¿Mande? Construir.
Mande.
Construir. Presto. Sí. Construir. Mande. Agora. Sí. Degrado. Presto. Agora.
Presto.
Talar. Construir.
¿Mande? Construir.
Sí. Agora. Mande. Degrado. Presto. Agora.
¿Sí? Construir.
Mande.
Construir. ¿Servidora? Talar. ¿Sí?
Servidor. Construir.
¿Mande? Degrado. Construir.
Mande. Degrado.
I would need this.
Sí. Degrado. Agora.
Look at his score, man.
Presto. Voy.
That's just insane.
Presto. Agora. ¡Hey! Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra.
I think we could get that relic,
Degrado.
Degrado.
just in case. I'm going to add more stuff.
Degrado.
Sí. Degrado.
Cultivar. Construir.
That. To read them a little bit better.
Sí.
Voy.
Mande.
Agora.
Degrado.
Construir. Mande. Agora.
Presto. Sí. Plazme.
Sí. Voy. Presto. Agora. Degrado.
Well,
Servidora. Mande. Construir.
Servidor.
Construir.
Presto. Sí.
Degrado. Construir. Mande. Voy. Agora.
Presto. Acora. Voy. Plazme. Degrado. Voy. Acora. Mande. Voy.
I mean, it is not that bad what I'm doing here,
Agora.
but I think he's collecting relics as well.
Presto. Cultivar.
Construir. Sí. Degrado. Voy.
Sí. Degrado.
Mande. Agora. Guerra. Degrado. Voy.
Oh.
Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Santiago. Agora. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. Degrado. Voy.
Acora. Degrado.
That is concerning.
Mande.
Agora. Construir.
Sí.
Construir.
Servidor.
Construir. Sí. Degrado. Presto. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Agora.
Mande.
Voy.
Degrado.
Construir.
Sí.
Somehow I think
Sí.
he
Agora.
Servidor.
he got into full stimp, but I don't know.
Construir.
Which means his economy might not be that well, but I might be wrong because this is Khmer.
¡Ey! Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. ¡Ey! Voy. Guerra. A ellos. Voy. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. ¡Ey! Voy. Guerra. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Degrado.
That's his castle.
Degrado.
And if he's doing that,
Presto.
Construir.
unfortunately, to defeat the Khmer you need tons of food.
Construir. Mande. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Agora. Degrado.
He boomed,
Sí. Plazme.
make it worse.
Construir.
Presto.
Construir. ¿Sí?
Agora.
Ish, it's going to be bad.
Construir.
Presto.
Voy.
Plazme.
Construir.
It's going to be bad, mad, and sad.
Sí. Degrado.
Servidora. Construir. Mande. Buscar. Presto. Voy. Excavar. Construir.
I'm not seeing how I can defeat this Khmer. He's coming with that. I will need a university.
Mande. Degrado. Degrado. Agora.
Sí. Degrado. Acora.
Sí.
Agora.
Degrado.
Voy. Construir.
Mande.
Construir.
Presto. Degrado. Servidor.
Slowly
Sí.
recovering,
Servidor.
Construir.
Presto.
albeit I still need more resources. Oh my god!
Plazme.
Oh my god. Not good. Yes. That's the kind of thing I needed to buy myself some time. My god, what is this?
Presto. Santiago.
It's a Smurf.
Mande.
Smurf, Smurf, Smurf.
Sí. Degrado. Excavar.
Smurf, Smurf, Smurf. Civ win.
Servidor.
This is a Smurf.
¿Sí? Agora. Construir.
This is a Smurf. These two,
Mande.
Talar. Talar.
that's a Smurf account. That's important.
Integrado.
It's a clone account. And if it's a clone account, already exposed, so one clone account, Turkey. And obviously, Smurf. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're detecting match fixers. And we got one. You know, it was a Smurf account, and it was a match fixer from Turkey, whose gameplay is probably amongst 2.9k. And in case you doubt me, you just have to check out the OE2 Insights page. Go here, you check leaderboards in Turkey, who are the players in Turkey who are the top players, ratings here, and potentially I have a 2-6 player, 2600 elo player facing me in his clown elo account. That's exactly what's happening here. Nothing else. The rest is a distraction. If you see a player who declares 54 elo, 600 elo, it's nothing. What really matters is the main skill in his main account. And we can have a player who is 2.6k. Absurd, right? So I cannot win those games. I said it was Civ win and Smurf. Civ win plus Smurf means that it's a total shit show game. Next. That's not a game we could win. This game was unplayable. And I say Civ win plus Smurf, so uh it doesn't mean anything. You know, it's obviously one of those little internet scums that knows that I'm online and decides to snipe me. Because usually these players are sniping. They're super cowards. They're constantly like lurking on their Discord, seeing who is online and who is not. And they literally play this game because they're junkies. They don't play this game because they want to showcase their skills. They're doing this to bully others or because they're like junkies. Unfortunately, it's the type of people I'm really repulsed by. And it's the very type of people I believe should not even be allowed to play the game. I cannot even get his Turkish character name, so I have to wait for AOE2 Insight. You understand what's going on here? In order for me to ban the player, I need to know his handle. But if you realized, this name, this guy's name, doesn't have an I. He has a sort of strange Turkish I that obviously people who don't have the Turkish keyboard cannot look for it. And that's intentional. He's using that so that we cannot ban the player. So in order for me to ban the player, I need to look at the AOE2 Insights and wait for his name to appear so I can copy paste it on the search profiles here and block it. I can't do it otherwise. And these are complete clowns. They even resort to these tricks to make it more difficult, the blocking. And it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Now, if I would be playing on the game, in the gaming category, they would say, oh, you just have skill issue. Or, oh, this guy is just he's playing well. He's just playing normal. You just need to play better. You know, they always come with some hollow statements when you see clear evidence that there's a Smurf. And you know, that's sickening, you know, because I don't like to be in a place where something is black and they tell me it's white. I don't like to be there. So I do this in separate and independent streams where we don't have clowns telling that water is fire and fire is water. Because that's not happening here. Just waiting for this clown account name to appear. Yeah, I'll do something different. There's a Turkish eye thing. Let's see if I can look with that. I can Google it. And we'll see the clown. No, that's not this. Called a dotless eye. It's ridiculous. I think I got it here. Look at the shit this guy's forcing me to do. Yeah, it's a Smurf account. Confirmed. Look at this. No team games. No freaking team games. What a freaking clown. One clown idiot from Turkey. Let's put the account from this idiot and you'll see it. It's an idiot because they're match fixing games. And I think that's the definition of a true loser if you need to match fix your games. And by the way, yes, insult these players because they don't respect others. The fact that they're smurfing to crush people who have lesser skills than them is already a statement that they do not respect game fairness. So yes, please insult them and do whatever you feel like because these people are the cancer. They should not even be allowed to use computers. They're scum. And I tell you, well, I already got the profile of this clown. Look, he only plays 1v1s, so a complete Smurf account. Already proved by that. And if I was on the gaming category when I was in AoE2, they would say, no, he just plays 1v1s. No, this is a definition of a Smurf account. Someone who never played team games on this account. It's impossible. This account is 2 years old already, and he never played a single team game. Get lost. So obviously this is an illegit account. It's just a match fixer. A Napoleon syndrome imbecile from Turkey. Uh, you know, maybe just it's just a kebab. This guy's just a kebab and an imbecile, and we're exposing it. You see also that he was inactive 19 hours ago, and mysteriously Timur goes online and boom, he snipes me. So that's exactly how you notice that these people are predating on you. Because I was offline, right? Nothing, and suddenly I come online, boom, I matchmake. And by the way, you see this account here? This account also is a Smurf from Uruguay. I played it, I think 2 days ago. He completely steamrolled me. So when you see that he's losing it, Smurf against Smurf, it only confirms the things I'm saying on the video that this elo is plagued with Smurf accounts, with the higher pro players who are playing each other. And if you're not a high pro, you basically just get stomped. Because these people, instead of playing on their main accounts that are 2,800, they're playing here and trashing life for like other players in the game. So of course, if you see a Smurf against a Smurf player, the game seems balanced, but it's not, because those two should not even be playing on the ladder. So obviously, Smurf account, no team games. We got ourselves one idiot, and we also will place the profile from this idiot. That's the first idiot of the day. These people who come online to cancel people. And yeah, I'm not even, how you say, debating the fact if he plays better or not. If you're 2,900 ELO in your main account, or 2,500 or 2,600, of course you're supposed to play 10 billion times better. But you already are the worst player by the fact that you need to weaponize your skill to get matched against players you know you should not be matched with. You know, he's abusing the system to fight and stun players like me. Or basically because he's too coward to play on his own main elo, and he doesn't want to lose against other good players like this kind. So instead he goes for the lower leagues to snipe and you know, take down the players who are not that brilliant. Again, it's just a Napoleon inferiority syndrome, the 1.80 meters complexity syndrome. Was it 1.80? No, just kidding. 1.60, I guess. 1.50. Really? And who is the next guy? Potentially the next clown, who knows? Because I'm hunting clowns. I got already one. And of course, we post the evidences for that. The dude that didn't have any team games, by the way. I'll see the player. We'll have to wait before the game interface shows it. Now, in those maps, generally you might pick Bohemians, Turks, Persians. There are some very specific picks according to the map. As I tell you about when it was in the previous game, I told about Civ Win. Mongols, yeah, that's a pick exactly because he wants to maximize his gains. I could also pick Mongols, but you know, I will not play as well as the Smurf if it's a Smurf account. And usually if you're a Smurf,
Construir.
you will tend to
Construir.
pick the most toxic civs according to the map structure. So in this game, in this type of map, I
Buscar.
mean,
Servidora.
you would
Buscar.
pick either Turks, Bohemians, or Mongols, one of those three.
Buscar.
Sometimes Britons.
¿Sí?
That's the
Buscar.
toxic combo civ you would choose. Any of these civs. The other civs, they might not be that good in this map. Because in this game, there's nothing called a good civ just because it is that civ. A civ might be good depending not just on the player, obviously. It's not only the player. It depends on the map structure and what you can do in that map with the tools of that civ. And of course, you know what the Smurfs do. They weaponize the civs for the maps to make it even more toxic. Basically, people with insecurity syndrome, they always need to pick the strongest civ for a specific map to hammer down players who are not as strong as them.
Buscar.
And that's the statement of an inferiority complex. I already tell you that there's a 99% chance this guy's a Smurf because it's an account from Taiwan, Republic of China, right? And like, who would play at this time? Professional players. So I'm sure I have a big Smurf from Taiwan,
Servidora.
and probably it's a 2.8k player in his main account. Which means the game is going to be a shit show.
Presta.
Either way, if it is, he's the next clown in line. We're rooting the clowns one by one in this game because, you know,
¿Sí? Talar.
the game political decision makers are just too
Construir.
corrupt to take on and just take down these Smurf accounts and these abusers. And I mean by Smurf account abusers, people who are creating Smurf accounts to derank and cancel other players, not those who are using alt accounts for team games. And I will make that exception.
Sí, buscar.
But if you do both, you should be taken down as well. I mean, if you use your account to cancel others in 1v1s, then all your accounts should be cancelled.
Presta.
Either
Buscar.
ways.
Construir. Mande.
I don't have any
Buscar.
problem with
Servidora.
people who
Buscar.
are using accounts
Construir.
for team games. But I do have, if you have a single account outside of team games that you use to derank other players, who are not your friends, your amigos, your pals, or because you really want to take them down. then of
Presta.
course
Construir.
you have a problem with me. And I don't care how handsome your face is. It is as if you're the scummiest person I seen, you know. So I really judge seriously
Agora.
people who
Buscar.
like to abuse others.
Sí.
And I think you should have no we should have no complacency towards people who like to abuse. You know, they might hide with faces, they might be socially very
Mande.
you know,
Servidor. Cazar.
when they're streaming, they might be socially kind and everything, but that's not kindness. That's hypocrisy.
Sí. Degrado.
That's being a snake, kind of.
Sí.
And I
Cazar.
detest people like that. I mean, it's toxic.
Degrado. Agora. Plazme.
By the way, this guy chooses Mongol because he can hunt 40% faster, which means he will always have his food faster than me, and he will go Castle Age before I can go Castle Age. He's not even making houses outside, so this is a max Smurf. He really wants to say that. Hell, because I think he's already a Smurf, we're just going to
Presta. Degrado.
clown it a little bit.
Construir.
I will start playing on the gaming category
Presto.
um,
Excavar.
the day where Smurf
Construir.
accounts are taken down, and we recognize that Smurfs are just been match fixing and manipulating the ranking system to protect a cast of established players.
Servidora. Buscar. Sí.
Buscar.
Mande.
You know,
Voy.
because we have to protect established players, right? Anybody else is a bad player.
Servidora. Buscar.
You know,
Construir.
any newcomer is always bad.
Mande.
New is bad and old is good, as they say. I'm being sarcastic, you probably realize that.
Presto.
Presta. Servidora. Excavar.
But I would rather be sarcastic
Cazar.
than be an idiot, you know?
Mande.
A
Sí.
person spends its days to derank others and cancel people.
Cazar. Cazar.
Mande. Degrado. Cazar.
Servidora. Degrado. Voy. Agora. Voy. Degrado.
Presto.
Presta. Cazar. Sí. Cazar. Agora. Mande. Cazar. Servidora. Degrado. Degrado. Cazar. Sí. Talar.
There is a strange lag. I think the player not only is smurfing but also lag hacking me. The moment I was hunting the boar, curiously I was lagging,
Servidor.
which is super strange.
Mande. Talar. Cazar.
What can I do?
Presta. Construir. Mande. Construir. Sí. Servidora. Talar. Plazme. Construir.
That and of course here. He wants to castle drop me.
Sí.
That's his
Presto.
his
Construir.
plan.
Servidor.
Presta. Voy. Excavar. Construir. Servidora. Buscar.
Presto.
Buscar. Sí. Servidora. Construir.
See, already
Servidor.
spotting every single corner. This is a sign of a guy who is crazy to castle drop me.
Sí.
Presta. Talar.
He's
Construir.
obsessed.
Sí. Voy.
He's literally
Excavar.
obsessed with me.
Mande. Sí. Presta.
You know that I told you that I'm
Construir.
obviously anti-smurf, so this guy probably wants to
Servidora.
max smurf on me. The hatred, the fact that he's targeted, he needs to even act higher and be more toxic than usual.
Servidora. Talar. Presta. Cazar. Mande. Plazme. Construir. Construir.
No matter what I do, he's always going to be faster
Sí.
than me.
Degrado. Agora. Construir. Mande. Servidora. Talar.
is?
Presto. Degrado. Agora.
It's a good
Pla
question.
degrado. Agora. Plasme.
I think he's just doing fast castle. Look how fast he moves.
¿Sí?
Presto, degrado. Sí, agora.
Mande, excavar.
¿Mande?
Servidor.
Voy,
Degrado.
cazar.
Mande.
Agora.
Voy. Presto. Plazme. Construir. Sí.
Voy.
Construir.
Normally, I would do something differently, but
Presto.
why not?
Servidor.
Exactly.
Construir.
That's exactly why I'm telling you that this guy is going to max toxify this game.
Mande.
Sí.
Agora. Agora.
You know, so smart, so talented, and
Construir.
smurfing. What a waste. Barracks? Why would you do barracks?
Servidor.
Presto. ¿Sí? Excavar.
Mande.
Pla excavar.
Presto.
Presto. Voy. Mande. Degrado.
Sí. Plazme. Construir.
Sí. Degrado.
I'm
Agora.
trying to
Servidor.
move along.
Degrado. Construir.
Presto. Degrado. Mande. Agora. Agora.
I think his move would be to castle drop me. You know, so fast he went. He really went too fast.
Sí. Voy. Degrado. Presto. Agora. Voy. Degrado. Agora.
Sí. Construir.
Sí. Voy. Degrado.
You need to keep a watch on him,
Agora.
because I think he's going for the
Santiago.
relics.
Presto. Degrado.
Mande.
Voy.
Construir.
Sí.
Oh.
Degrado. Voy. Agora. Guerra. Degrado. Mande. Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Voy. Agora.
Presto.
Sí. Presto. Degrado.
This guy's sneaky.
Mande. Degrado.
He's going to take the relics. You
Sí.
exactly. That's what I told you. That's what I told you. You're
Mande.
dead.
Voy. Presto. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Voy. Degrado. Mande. Agora. Sí. Degrado.
Servidor.
Already going for relics, huh?
Construir.
And because he's going for relics, I need to put the other guy here on that direction.
Agora. Presto. Sí. Voy. Presto. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Agora. Degrado.
Agora. Construir.
Might not win the game, but at
Servidora.
least I will get the
Sí.
relics.
Construir.
Sí. Degrado.
Not many.
Presto. Degrado. Construir.
Mande. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Sí. Degrado. Agora. Presto. Degrado. Voy. Santiago. Degrado. Degrado. Voy. Degrado.
Mande. Degrado. Construir.
Mande. Agora. Presto. Degrado. Degrado.
Servidor. Voy. Agora. Ahora. Plazme. Mande. Voy. De grado. Sí. Ahora. Plazme.
Sí.
My god, this is going to be a tough game.
Presto. Voy. De grado. Mande.
Sí, ahora.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Santiago. Mandé. Presto. A ellos. Sí, Santiago. De grado. De grado. Ahora. De grado.
Servidor.
Presto. Voy.
I'm not sure I'm going to get this relic.
Mandé.
Oof.
De grado. Ahora.
Servidor.
Sí, de grado.
Presto. Sí, de grado.
Presto. De grado. Mandé.
Presto.
Damn it. You piece of shit.
Sí, ahora. Servidor. Plazme. Mande. Ahora. Voy.
They
Presto.
keep the relic.
De grado. Ahora.
Presto.
Nice.
De grado.
Sí, voy.
Servidor.
Very good investment.
Sí. Voy. Ahora. Plazme. Voy. De grado. De grado.
And that.
Ahora.
Excavar. Construir. Mande. Construir.
Mandé. De grado. Ahora. Sí, de grado. Voy.
Mande. Ahora. Plazme. Voy.
Presto.
Well, it's Mongols. He's going to boom
Construir.
faster than me. And we're going to have trouble.
Servidora.
Like, what a
Construir.
surprise.
Mande. Agora.
I think that
Sí.
also was an Imperial Age
Moderado.
castle.
Agora.
And in that case, we're in trouble.
Voy. De grado. Construir.
Ahora. Ahora.
Servidor. Plazme. Ahora.
Presto. De grado.
Servidora. Construir. Sí.
Servidor. De grado. Construir.
What is that?
Mandé. Santiago. Voy. De grado. Sí, de grado. De grado. De grado.
What is
Presta.
that, man?
Agora. Construir. Sí.
Tired
Mande.
of these
Construir. Servidora.
fake Euro players.
Construir. Construir.
Presto. De grado.
Sí. De grado. Construir.
Mande.
Look at his score,
Ahora.
rapidly rising as if it was nothing.
Voy. Plazme.
Sí.
Cultivar. Construir. Servidora.
Presto. Voy. De grado.
Sí. Talar. Voy. Talar.
Mandé.
De grado.
Presto.
Let's keep a watch on him.
Sí, ahora.
Presta. Construir.
Mandé. De grado.
Servidora. Agora. Voy.
Mande.
De grado. Construir.
Presta de grado.
Presto. De grado.
He's using the market super intensively non-stop.
Construir. Servidora. De grado. Construir.
And
Sí,
unfortunately, I think he's going to call Mangadai, Mangadai, Mangadai. So
Presta.
literally
Construir.
a nightmare.
Sí.
Sí. Plazme. Construir. Mande. Sí. Plazme. De grado. Talar.
Mande. Plazme.
Mande. Construir.
Presto. Mande. Talar.
Servidora. Excavar. Agora. Excavar.
Servidor. De grado.
Mandé. De grado.
Mande. De grado. Construir.
To keep watch.
Mande. Construir. Presta. De grado. Construir.
Servidor.
De grado. Plazme. Sí. Voy. Mande. Plazme.
Presto. Ahora.
Presto. Plazme. Construir.
Mande. De grado. Sí.
Buscar. Agora. De grado. Construir.
Out.
Servidor.
Servidora. Construir. Presta. Construir.
Sí. Construir.
Servidora. Construir.
Presto.
Construir. Presta. Construir. Mande. Degrado.
Man, this is disgusting.
Sí, a ellos.
He's taking the gold. He's taking.
Degrado.
Mande.
We're doomed.
Agora.
Servidor. Degrado. Agora. Excavar.
Degrado.
He's taking the center resources of the map.
Degrado. Construir.
Servidora. Mande. Construir.
Presto. Construir. Sí. Construir. Servidor. Construir. Mande. Agora. Construir. Presto. Construir.
Presta. Construir.
Sí.
¿Sí?
No, that's a Smurf.
Ah!
30 minutes, too perfect. If you're Imperial Age at 30 minutes, you're a clown.
Presto. Sí, agora.
Exposed. 4+2, we even made those upgrades. And now he's just going to do Mangudai, Mangudai, Mangudai. It's a typical
Construir.
shit show.
Presta. Servidora. Plasme.
People who cannot play by normal game rules, just they need to
Presto. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Degrado.
match fixers.
Mande. Agora.
Agora.
I think I know what he wants.
Excavar. Excavar. Mande. Agora. Construir.
Next time I'll play mirror games, which means I'll have the same tools as the clowns,
Talar.
and I can also go fast jump and all those things.
Sí. Degrado.
Because if you pick your gimmick sieve, I will have a gimmick sieve to counter that, and you cannot use
Presto. Construir.
Servidora. Construir.
your leverage of
Sí.
I have the better sieve. You know, you want to play with tanks and give me the hands, we'll play both with tanks.
Degrado. Sí.
That's how we win this game.
Degrado. Agora. Agora. Degrado.
You see, I don't have the university yet.
Mande. Construir.
I thought I made university. I don't have time to make university,
Agora.
and he's already...
Sí, voy. Restegladme.
¿Sí?
Remandar.
Already?
Voy.
Sí, voy. Degrado. Voy. Servidor. Voy. Degrado.
Sí. Degrado. Degrado. Degrado.
I know what he's aiming for.
Presto. Degrado.
Agora.
Don't even have enough wood, man.
Sí. Agora. Degrado.
What is this?
Presto. Degrado. Sí. Degrado.
Servidora.
Degrado.
Degrado.
Mande agora. Sí, plasma. Plasma.
Mande.
Degrado.
Mande. Agora. Construir.
All the things I'm forced to do because this guy's a Smurfageddon.
Presta.
Mande. Servidor. Voy. Mande. Servidor. Degrado. Presto. Agora. Sí, degrado. Servidor. Voy.
¿Sí?
Construir.
Presto. Agora.
Mande.
Servidora.
Don't you see one thing?
Excavar.
How his army is that big?
Presto.
Plasme.
You know, it's a very strange fact that his army is already tenfold.
Agora. Santiago.
Ah, castle, 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 because castle, castle, castle. How many more castles he has in this game? 5, 10, 25?
Mande.
Agora.
Servidor. Sí.
Sí, agora. Presto. Voy. Agora.
Mande.
Degrado. Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Agora.
Mande. Presta. Construir.
Presto. Degrado. Degrado. Sí, degrado. Degrado.
Degrado.
There's something we can do.
Construir.
Let's do
Construir.
that.
Sí, servidora.
Degrado. Plazme. Agora.
Got.
Excavar. Presto. Degrado.
Construir.
Sí, plazme. Degrado.
Presto. Agora. Degrado. Sí.
Presta. Construir.
See one thing, how his army is just 10 billion times stronger.
Construir.
Mande.
Construir. Construir.
Sí.
Construir.
Mande.
Mande. Construir.
Sí. Plazme. Agora. Degrado. Agora.
Presto.
Sí.
I do have a few things though.
Construir.
I have the relics.
Servidor.
Construir.
Construir.
Mande.
Presto.
Construir.
Servidor.
Construir.
Construir.
Servidora. Construir. Presta. Agora. Construir.
Relics mean
Sí,
nothing
mande.
against
Construir. Construir.
a Smurf player from Taiwan, you know, just Smurf, 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 Smurf.
Agora. Degrado.
Presta.
Looking at that, he even knows exactly where he wants to come.
Presto.
Construir.
Sí.
Construir. Presto. Agora.
Presta.
Everything is
Mande. Mandar.
Construir.
Mande. Construir.
trying to spam army, but he already has army in the field. What a shit show.
Degrado. Agora.
And now taking all the stone. It's castle, 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 castle.
Presto. Sí. Presto. Degrado. Sí. Presto. Degrado. Mande. Agora. Degrado.
Fuck you.
Agora. Santiago. Sí. Degrado. Guerra. Agora. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. Presto. Agora. A ellos. Sí. Mande. Santiago. Degrado. A ellos. Sí. Agora.
Servidor.
Servidora.
Construir.
Servidor.
Construir. Sí.
Can someone explain to me how you defeat
Servidora.
Mande. Degrado.
one of those fanatical players who is just Mangodai, 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 like
Sí. Presto. Degrado. Mande. Guerra. Santiago. Degrado.
what is this?
Sí. A ellos. Sí. Mande. Presto. Sí. Santiago. A ellos. Mande. Degrado.
Smurf clown. Next time, mirror. No Civ gimmicks.
Mande.
Coward Smurf.
Sí.
Presto. Servidor.
I won't play. No.
Mande.
Match fixer. Cowards. Smurf. A 2.9k player using a 900 euro account. I got the relics. Gummy. You lost the relic war. your Discord buddies saw it. You know, it's another clown, and this one is from Taiwan, Chinese clown account. Another clown idiot, and this one from Taiwan. One by one, we're going to find who are these match fixers online who like to um, match fix game results, bully others who do not have their skills using an infinite number of accounts, and we're going to drag them. You know, because if they're using this game as a means to harass other players, we also are going to use this game as a means to detect them and make sure they're accountable. You know, one day they'll have to respond for the shit they've been doing. Oh yeah, I spent my day online smurfing on these specific players. And Timur, oh, I just smurfed 500 times on him, and I needed to smurf 5,000 times. I needed to just match fix his games and make sure he couldn't win. You know, we need to know these scumbags, because obviously I'm on the right, but they need to be exposed and their accounts need to be taken down. Basically, what they're doing is criminal, because they're using games as a means to bully and harass other people. So that for me is the definition of criminal. And these scum accounts are the very people who, for example, gatekeep me in AoE2. So when I go in the AoE2 category, they always cancel me down because of these pieces of shit. And the people that cancel me down are the very people who come to me and just cancel me in my games. If they don't tell you otherwise, that's because that's exactly what they do. We already have two scums. You know, AoE2 is a game filled with the scum of the internet, unfortunately. I also remember the days where people played this game and now it's only top pro players and scumbags, nothing else. And people like me, obviously, who are the natural exception. Now, for example, you can see that this account was inactive 10 hours ago, and I go online, boom, I'm the first player he match makes with. I already see his stats. Like, what a coincidence that I go online and we get ourselves a clown account from Taiwan, and you know the time zone there is already super late at night. So what kind of people a person would have time? And it doesn't even have team games, it's just 1v1s. So another Smurf account clown busted. You know, that's a second bust already in 3 games. Out of 3 games, 2 of them were with Smurf accounts. So already presently I'm putting it 2 out of 3 games against match fixers. Already we have 2 out of 3 games against match fixers, which means that it's 2/3 of the games. It's almost 77%. But if I'll keep playing, it'll be like 90%, I assure you. And this is the reality that's taking place on this category. I'm using this just chatting as a means to expose this because you know, if something is wrong, we need to act upon it and not just look turn a blind eye and look the other way. Completely Smurf account. Like you don't even need to see anything else. The fact that he doesn't have 1v1s and it's an account sitting from 2 years ago, I know that that is enough to warrant me it is a Smurf account. Next time we're going to play with the same tools because otherwise it's going to be impossible. Uh, by the way, who could be this player from Taiwan, you might think? Let's look at the rankings. They constantly bully me because I expose Smurf accounts. So they're literally they're targeted, and that's why they need to attack me because they are the ones who are doing this to me. If I don't say anything, they target me. If I say about something, they target me. Either ways, they try to take you down. And the only way for you to beat these Smurfs is that you already were playing this game 15 plus years ago, each single day, which is stupid. Now, in terms of players, you see that there's a ton of 2.7K players in Taiwan, 2.4. It's these players. Potentially, it could be this one, 2.2, 2.5, 2.7K players hunting me, trying to snipe me. So it was someone from this range. It's a main account from here. It doesn't matter if they declare 3,000 on their main account. If they're using an alt account at 900 or a low elo account at 100, it's still the same person. This is why I keep saying that we need to take Smurf accounts down. Because I think it's a shit show if I get matched against 2,700 players the whole time. Like, I don't believe there are not any more players in this game. I do believe that every time I'm playing, I get the worst players possible. Most of the time. So it's kind of exposed. I can even see his APMs, but the fact that you went Imperial Age at 30 minutes for me is more than enough to know what castle, castle, castle. That it's everything too linear. I don't believe in linear progress in life. People who've had linear conditions, they obviously were born in. With very high conditions, everything was made easy for them. But naturally, progress is not linear. Natural progress is not linear. If these people do linear kind of development in their game, it means that they are match fixing the game. Yet, he even had the need to say GG or ease, and I did not say GG to him. The fact that I'm not saying GG to him is enough. He had the need to project himself that it was a good game when it was not. He knew it was not a good game because he was match fixing it, but out of complete clownery, he needed to say the opposite of what he was doing. And I think that they are making themselves pure imbeciles. You know, this game is filled with an ecosystem of imbeciles and people who think that it's okay to just, abuse and harass others with fake elo accounts. And then, when you complain that they're using those accounts to harass your gameplay, they say that you're harassing them. Well, pathetic, because that's exactly the opposite what's happening. These people are using their accounts to cancel others. So what I do is I expose them. And we might even have Smurf videos, to keep exposing what they're doing. I already told that he was Smurf account. There's no need to report that again. What we need is to have an inflexible AoE2 team who clearly takes down every single of these Smurf account abusers, these 2.8k players who are trolling on lower elos to cancel players. That's what we need to do. And until that is not taken, well, I will kind of not be watching the top pros and everything because I'm in a bit of if you screw me, I will not support you. The easiest way to get friends is to defend each other, and the easiest way to lose them is to pretend to help me and in fact screw me. That is the easiest way to not get friends. So those AV2 players who, for example, are streaming and thinking that we're going to follow, we're going to support them. I'm not going to support people who match fix my games. So get that, put that in your little heads. If you want me to support you, it's because you already are supporting me. You are acknowledging the extreme effort I'm doing in an ecosystem where people uh, prefer to bully and prefer to be scumbags. And it just saddens that this happens online. I'm kind of bringing it to you because For otherwise, you would not know about this dark corner of the internet. But please keep looking at this video that I told about, this the Smurf match fix that I put in chat, and I believe that we'll get more, because it's literally a punching bag. You play this game just to be a punching bag. These people, these scumbags, they're always watching you to try to predate on you. And it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how many times you complain in the gaming category that the games are match fixed, that people are even paid to smurf on you, to just harass you, to bully you, or to have fun at your expense. And it just saddens me and it sickens me, because that's not the type of people I would not like to have online. That's not the type of people. I think we need some hygiene, and the hygiene is we need people with integrity, not people that lack integrity, not people that attack people who lack integrity. We need to have a different type of people online. And if the online system has to fall, well, so be it. I believe that when something is not working, we should just scrap it off. This game right now is a corrupt ecosystem with a group of players who have made a hostile takeover, and they cancel anybody else. If you're not among the 0.1% of top players who've been playing this game every single day, you're going to lose the games most of the time. And one of the things that you'll notice is that many of these so-called pro players and even some of these pro casters, they they're like always showing the same things. Some of them are not playing that many games as before, they're avoiding, or when they come, it's just for select 1v1s at times. Everything seems too curated. It feels like when you're watching their games, you're not fighting someone who is fighting another opponent most of the times. That the results can be match fixed already. It feels like you're watching someone who is playing against his friend and everything is set up. Now, my games, exactly that's the opposite, but I'll be one of the few ones, because unfortunately you go in AoE2 category and it's just it's total clowning. There is no willingness to address the problems in the game. So I kind of migrate and I feel well about it. I do recommend for people who also are very dissatisfied with the current state of affairs and the fact that the AoE2 decision makers refuse to attack Smurf accounts to, well, ban it here and just chatting, because it's better to be in a different place than to be in somewhere where they think that being wrong is right. I really would rather stay on my own little stream. And I don't have any problems with that, because yesterday I defeated one of those Turkish Mega Smurfs, Turkish Civ Count Mega Smurf, and today we might do something else like that. We already defeated the first gamer, who was a Smurf account because he didn't have any team games, by the way, I think. Um, but just the others are impossible. And they're constantly predating and watching on me, so if I go on multiplayer, I'll find another Smurf account who is already waiting or predating on me. And for that, we're going to use something different this time. This time, we're going to use mirror sieves, because at least I can play with the same kind of toxic tools that they can expect to use. This has a catch. It means that if they if they decide to if they are Smurfs, no matter how well I decide to mirror them, I cannot mirror someone who has been playing this game 15 plus years, so 25 hours per day. The only thing I can do is trap them, in their Smurf game. And I bet I got one of them It took less than 3 seconds. So I believe that they're probably spotting and watching me. And we'll have like a Smurf loss streak here because you play games to lose here. That's the reality. And this account is, see, he played same thing. Now he chose Spanish because he wanted to be toxic. And we got Spanish Civ because he decided to choose Spanish.
Servidora.
Construir. Sí. Construir.
This guy's going to be ultra toxic.
Servidor.
Presta.
Agora.
Mande.
Buscar. Construir. Presto. Buscar.
Sí.
Buscar.
I probably didn't like the fact that it's a mirror game. He chose Spanish. But that doesn't going to deter him. That's not going to deter him. And it's the only way to play these days. You have to play with the same tools. You know, because some people are just too pathetic.
Mande.
And the only way to teach them a lesson when you can, because it's like 1 out of 10 times, it's using the same civ they have. You will lose the game in any other circumstance. So some people say that civ doesn't matter. Civ matters. It's exactly the opposite. If you know how to play the game, civ does matter. If you're playing one civ or not, will change the game. Civ stands for civilization.
Sí. Talar.
And that's exactly what you don't have in this game.
Mande.
You have
Servidor. Buscar.
uncivilized people who like to play this game to mock others and to humiliate others. Then you have people like me who are the exception of the exception of the exception of the exception. And you wonder, what the heck am I doing here? Well, because I'm here, right? So
Presto.
I know perfectly well that if I could choose, I would just not allow kind of these players to play the game. You know, it's a bit like allowing drunks to drive on the road, drunk people, and normalizing drunking while you drive.
Construir.
It's exactly the same that happens if you normalize smurfing on games. It's the same as allowing irresponsible scumbags
Mande.
to just
Buscar.
go around and fool.
Presto. Sí. Buscar. Buscar.
Smurfing is the idea that you can troll around and you have no consequences. And it's stupid, it's bad. I think it only makes problems worse.
¿Sí? Presta. Cazar.
Servidor. Cazar.
Mande. Degrado. Cazar. Sí. Voy. Buscar. Servidora. Talar.
Presto. Degrado. Sí. Cazar.
Presta. Degrado. Talar. Voy. Agora. Voy. Degrado. Sí. Excavar. Degrado. Cazar. Servidora. Mande. Buscar.
That's
Servidor.
what? Obviously there is exploration score going on. But I believe that this guy chose Spanish because he wanted to be toxic. You could pick Spanish, you could pick Britons, you could pick Turks, Bohemians. That's the type of civs that toxic players would pick.
Mande.
Cazar. Mande. Degrado. Voy. Cazar.
Sí. Cazar. Degrado.
Servidora. Buscar. Presta. Cazar. Sí. Buscar.
Mande. Agora. Voy. Cazar.
Seeing worse.
Servidor. Degrado. Construir.
Mande. Excavar. Construir.
Presto.
Presta.
Sí. Construir.
Got housed for a little bit.
Servidora.
Presto.
Agora.
Buscar, buscar. Mande. Buscar. Servidor. Buscar, buscar.
Keep
Presto.
moving.
Buscar.
Mande. Buscar. Sí. Servidor.
Voy.
De grado. Construir. Mande. Buscar.
Mande. Cazar.
Servidor. Buscar. Sí.
Sí. Buscar. Servidora. Presta.
Cazar.
Sí. Mande. Excavar.
That.
Construir.
Presto.
Presta. Cazar.
Nice. Can go out. I already know he's going to play Fast Castle. And that this game is going to be a shit show.
Agora. Degrado. Voy. Talar.
I don't even need anything else. I already know he's going to do that.
Sí. Mande. Presto.
Presta. Sí. Voy. Agora. Talar.
The guy's playing by some spreadsheet.
Mande. Degrado. Construir.
For some reason, I think I'll do something else. Because if he was faster, he'll also castle drop faster. You know, that's the problem. People are playing this game with every single tool optimized at best, and it's not how this game should be played.
Presto. Agora. Cazar.
If this game is played by casual players at low elos, it should not be played this way. People who are played in a flawless base display.
Mande.
There are players who said this. Perfection is killing the game. It has been killing the game. They don't give a crap about it. And obviously, you know what happens to people who say that they don't care.
Mande. Servidora.
You know,
Presta.
eventually,
Agora.
it bites them.
Servidora.
Construir.
Sí.
Construir.
Presta.
Mande. Degrado.
Sí. Degrado. Voy. Construir.
Servidor. Presto. Plazme. Talar. Talar.
Presta. Agora. Talar.
Sí. Agora. Talar. Talar.
Mande. Degrado. Excavar.
Mande.
Voy.
Degrado. Excavar. Construir.
Sí,
Agora.
voy. Guerra. Presto. Degrado.
Servidora.
Sí.
Why it's always like this?
Presta. Agora.
Players who want to castle drop like there's nothing else to do in life.
Degrado.
Servidora. Voy. Mande. Voy. Degrado. Agora. Sí. Construir. Servidora. Excavar. Mande. Agora. Talar. Talar. Presta. Construir. Sí.
Presto. Construir. Servidor.
Presta. Sí. Mande. Excavar.
Presto. Servidor. Excavar. Agora. Talar. Sí.
Servidora.
Mande. Talar. Construir.
Construir. Mande. Construir.
Presto. Cultivar.
I already know what he's up to,
Mande. Agora.
but I cannot stop that if he's using every single optimal things. You know, people who are not making a single mistake when clicking with the mouse and all that. I really don't know how you do it.
Construir.
I mean, I know it, you just haven't done anything else in life.
Servidora. Agora. Construir.
since I have
Mande. Construir.
that.
Sí.
He's already coming for a forward castle or what?
Sí. Degrado. Agora. Construir. Servidora. Construir.
Servidor.
Sí.
Talar. Construir.
Mande. Construir.
Mande. Construir. Presto. Talar. Degrado. Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Presta. Construir. Servidora. Agora. Construir.
Servidor. Degrado. Mande. Presto. Talar.
I'm still going Castle Age, and he already was Castle Age. Don't you see the complete nonsense of this? Like, how can you be in this kind of situation
Sí.
Excavar.
where you already are Castle Age 2 or 3 minutes ago with all optimal plays? The game seems balanced, but it's not balanced. It's me who is trying to do everything I can.
Presto. Voy. Degrado. Degrado.
What is he going to do?
Excavar. Construir. Servidora. Construir.
Mande. Agora. Agora.
It's obvious that he went fast castle, but I need to know what else is he up to.
Sí. Degrado.
Sí. Construir.
Presto. Agora. Mande. Degrado.
Servidor.
Sí.
Construir.
Servidora.
So he chose
Talar.
the
Talar.
fast castle thing.
Sí. Agora.
We need to take those things,
Degrado. Degrado.
naturally.
Presta. Agora.
Let's push
Mande.
up a little bit with this
Construir.
here.
Sí. Degrado. Agora.
We also have more villagers than him. That's visible.
Mande. Agora.
I need to be careful.
Agora. Mande. Degrado.
Presta. Construir.
Servidor. Mande.
Construir. Servidora. Mande. Sí. Talar. Degradar. Mande. Excavar. Excavar.
Presto. Agora. Sí. Degrado.
Servidora. Construir.
Presto. Construir.
Sí.
Degrado. Construir.
Presto. Degrado. Degrado. Degrado.
Let's take that.
Agora.
Presto. Agora. Mande. Degrado.
Get it.
Degrado. Mande. Agora. Sí. Degrado. Presto. Agora. Sí. Degrado. Mande. Presto. Mande. Presto. Degrado. Sí. Degrado. Mande. Degrado.
Mande.
Sí. Degrado. Agora. Santiago. Degrado.
Disgusting.
Presto. Agora. Degrado. Sí. Degrado. Agora. Presto. Degrado. Mande. Agora. Degrado. Sí. Agora. Presto. Degrado. Agora.
Servidor. Degrado. Voy. Mande. Degrado. Plasme. Degrado.
Mande. Excavar. Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Construir.
Mandé. Degrado. Presto. Mandé.
Presto.
Presto.
Presta.
Servidor. Degrado. Construir.
Servidor. Voy.
Sí, voy. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Degrado.
Sometimes you cannot pick the whole relics. Or you pick the relics you can.
Mande.
Agora. Construir. Construir. Mandé.
Really?
Servidor.
Sí, plazme. Voy. Agora. Plazme. Servidor. Mandé. Presto.
Sí, presto.
Mande. Degrado. Degrado. Construir.
Presto.
Construir.
Sí. Construir.
Presto.
Construir.
Sí. Construir. Servidora. Excavar.
Sí.
Sí, voy.
Presto. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Sí. Plazme.
Presta. Construir.
Mande.
Mande. Excavar.
Servidor. Degrado. Mandé. Agora. Plazme. Agora. Plazme.
Sí. Plazme. Construir. Servidora. Prestalar.
Mandé.
Sí. Degrado. Construir.
Servidor.
Construir. Sí. Construir.
Presta. Construir.
Mande.
Mandé. Plazme. Agora. Degrado. Voy. Sí. Agora. Servidor. Degrado.
Presto. Voy.
He's got this relic under his.
Degrado. Sí. Degrado. Mandé.
Mandé. Plazme. Degrado.
Mande. Construir. Construir.
Sí. Degrado. Talar.
Presto.
Voy.
Plazme.
Oh,
Voy.
that's a relic.
Plazme. Sí. Agora.
Presto. Degrado.
Presto.
Voy. Construir.
Sí. Construir.
Servidor.
Construir.
Mande. Construir.
Servidor. Voy.
Servidora. Cultivar. Construir. Presta. Sí. Talar.
Mande.
Mande. Construir.
Servidor.
Servidora. Cultivar. Construir.
Okay. That's something.
Degrado.
Mandé. Agora.
Sí. Agora.
Presto. Sí. Voy. Degrado.
Presta. Talar. Construir.
Sí.
Presto.
Talar. Agora. Talar. Sí.
Degrado.
Agora.
Construir.
I have some chronic problem
Servidor.
here.
Agora.
You know what?
Construir.
Sí.
He's booming fast.
Mandé. Agora. Voy.
Presta.
I'm doing more military.
Mande.
Degrado. Construir. Construir.
Servidora. Agora.
Presto.
Construir.
Servidor.
Degrado.
Voy.
Construir.
Mande. Voy. Construir.
Sí.
Sí. Agora. Talar.
Presta.
Ah.
Agora.
Castle, 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 castle
Presto.
already.
Degrado.
My god.
Sí. Excavar.
Sí. Agora.
You see, that is the problem. He wants to
Mande. Plazme. Sí. Voy. Presta.
Oh, either ways,
Servidor. Agora.
he's giving away what he's going to do.
Mande. Servidor. Plazme. Degrado.
Ah, see?
Sí.
Mande.
Voy. Degrado. Construir.
Damn it.
Presto. Construir. Mande.
Presto, mande. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Agora. Degrado. Voy.
Presto. Mande. Degrado.
Sí, degrado. Agora. Voy. Degrado. Presto. Agora. Degrado.
Servidor.
Degrado.
Construir.
Construir.
Presto.
Construir. Construir.
Presta.
Agora. Excavar. Sí. Talar. Mande.
Talar.
Mande. Excavar. Servidor. Excavar.
Mande.
Servidor.
Plazme. Construir.
Presto.
Agora.
Degrado.
Construir. Construir.
Sí.
Voy. Construir. Construir.
Servidor.
I'm not going to attack the castle until a certain point.
Degrado.
Construir. Construir.
Mande.
Cultivar.
Agora.
Excavar. Presto. Mande.
Now I can
Sí,
attack
voy.
it.
Degrado. Mande. Sí. Voy.
Servidor. Degrado.
As usual, you have the
Presto. Sí. Agora. Agora.
Sí.
Mande. Degrado.
Presto.
Agárrame. Construir.
Servidor.
Plazme. Construir.
Mande.
Construir.
Sí.
Agora.
Talar. Servidor.
Degrado. Construir.
Prest. Construir.
Presto. Degrado.
Presto. Voy. Sí. Degrado. Plazme.
let's see what he's doing.
Servidor. Presto.
Mande. Degrado.
Servidor. Sí. Degrado.
Sí. Degrado.
Mande. Servidor. Agora. Plazme.
Mande. Voy. Construir. Construir.
Good.
Presto. Agora.
Next.
Sí. Construir. Mande.
Presto.
Construir. Mande. Construir.
What he was doing is a castle drop. He wanted to castle drop.
Degrado. Presto. Sí. Agora. Agora.
Ah, elite conks, huh? The Smurfo as elite conks.
Presto.
Ah,
Sí. Agora. Agora. Santiago. Presto.
Agora. Degrado.
the guy has elite conks. Well, let's do elite conks ourselves.
Servidora. Cultivar. Construir.
Mande. Degrado. Sí. Mande. Sí. Presto. Mande. Presto. Degrado.
No.
Degrado. Degrado. A ellos. Sí. Degrado. Presto. Agora. Mande. Degrado. Sí. Presto. Degrado. Mande. Degrado. Guerra. Agora. Santiago. Degrado. Guerra. Sí. Mande. Sí. Degrado. Agora. A ellos. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. Santiago, voy. A ellos, degrado. Santiago, degrado.
Servidor.
Sí, voy. Presto, degrado. Agora. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Sí, agora.
And we need to buy ourselves that.
Presto, degrado. Agora. Sí, agora. Degrado. A ellos. Mandé. Santiago. Presto. Sí, degrado. A ellos. Agora. ¡Ey! Agora. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. A ellos. Mandé. Presto. Guerra. Mandé. Degrado. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. Santiago. Agora. Guerra. Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Degrado. ¡Ey! Degrado. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Santiago. Degrado. Guerra. A ellos. Santiago. Degrado. ¡Ey! Sí, agora. Mandé. Sí, degrado. Guerra. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. Santiago. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. ¡Ey! Presto. Santiago. Sí, voy. Santiago.
¿Sí? Construir.
Sí. Construir.
Presto.
Construir. Mandé. Degrado. Agora. Degrado.
Degrado.
Construir.
Presta. Mande. Degrado. Excavar. ¿Sí?
Presto.
Construir.
Mandé. Construir. Presto. Degrado.
Presto.
Agora.
Cultivar.
Construir.
Degrado.
Construir.
Servidora. Excavar.
Sí, degrado. Degrado. Agora. Presto. Voy. Sí,
¿Sí? Presta. Agora.
mandé. Presto. Degrado. A ellos. Agora. Mandé. Santiago. Sí, degrado. Santiago. Agora. Degrado. Guerra. Presto. Sí, a ellos. Presto. Mandé. Degrado. Santiago. A ellos. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Degrado. A ellos. Santiago. Degrado. Guerra. Degrado. Sí. Guerra. Mandé. Presto. A ellos. Sí. Agora. Presto. Guerra. Mandé. Santiago. Degrado. Guerra. Santiago. Degrado. Guerra. Santiago. Sí. Presto. Sí. A ellos. Mandé. Presto. Mandé. Degrado. Sí. Mande. Santiago. Mandé. A ellos. Sí. Construir.
Servidora.
Presto. Guerra. Sí. Degradador. Agora. Santiago.
Presto.
Presto.
Mande.
Mande.
Smurf clone. Oh, too perfect. So, another match fixer. Hmm. That's one of the top players and uses a lot of Smurf accounts, so uh no. 2.9k clown
No.
troll. Spanish idiot. Oh, he knows that I know that he's a Spanish idiot and that he's playing from Spain. He's a match fixer. Obviously, he's smurfing, he's clowning me, and all those things. So 3 out of 3 games, 3 games match fixed. So 3 out of 4 games match fixed. You know, I'm right. I played games to lose. And this game is a shit show. This game is a shit show. This game is a shit show. So you have this scum account, which obviously is an idiot, and we'll put that another idiot, but this guy is from Spain. You know, they're established players. They use their Smurf accounts to troll me precisely. They know that I'm online, even though I show having no views. These are constantly sniping me like cowards. But I'm fine with that. You know, let them and their scumbag friends say that I play bad and they play good. Yeah, sure. If you match fix games, of course I cannot be good, right? And I will keep complaining about my games being match fixed. You know, because if you're a troll account, as I was saying, you don't even have, you shouldn't even be allowed to play this game. So I'm going to report him as well. I knew it was a Smurf account the moment he was very fast feudal and the way he's castle play and Imperial Age, doing exactly the things you can do if you max play the Civ. So again, I tell these people are born taught. They're not super intelligent. They just have done this thousands of times, and they're idiots because they need uh to play against gamers that they know cannot face them to match fix the games. They have some ego complexity issue. And I'm going to add that. You know, another clown idiot from Spain. And I'm starting to just post these things online because I'm tired of these Smurf accounts match fixing everything, particularly my games. Because you start at good elo and you end in the shitty elo because of all games you play, you lose all games. How is that possible? It's possible because the games are match fixed against you, against people like me. They're not match fixed against anybody. Some of you don't even face them. You see here that this is definitely a Smurf account. He has not even any team games registered, and he's one clown tricking pony playing only with Spanish Civ, only Spanish, meaning that this guy's a complete troll, an imbecile from Spain, an idiot from Spain. And this idiot is just using a trash Elo account to get himself easy games. You know, he's a coward. And then you look for who could it be, you know, you go like Spain, rating, they go the top players. And oh, you see a lot of players that are 2.7, you know, could be those. Could be this one, you know, 2,700 against me. Do you think I have a chance? Do you think I have a chance against players who use their clone accounts? If you think, you're wrong. That means you're not thinking anything. That means you're idiots. I mean, you're not intelligent, obviously, but you're absolutely idiot. Now I say this is a Spanish smart account, and I say 2,000 Elo player smurfing. No team games. So you see, I've already rooted one, two, three clown accounts while playing this pathetic game. And the reason why I'm putting this you is not for you to see how well I'm defeated and how massively I'm humiliated, because that's not the point. The point is how the game structure even allows this. These people have been doing these behaviors for years. I'm just exposing what they have been doing in the shade. And if you think it's okay, then I think you're on the wrong side. But if you think this is not okay, I think it's time to like take action and expose who are the owners of these accounts, because it's important for for fair gaming and to fight harassment on the internet. Because if we have people who are weaponizing games as a means of harassment, just like coward high school bullies, then we need to take action. So while the gaming category is like complete circus mode, they're showing their tournaments and everything, I will be continuing to do this because I'm not on the wrong, because I don't accept what's going on, and I certainly do not accept uh, this Smurf scumbaggery, because I know I could be fighting other players. There's tons of players who play this game, and I systematically face these top elo players. They're using one account and then they switch to another. So the first it was a Turkey absolute Smurf, a Taiwan absolute Smurf, a Spanish absolute Smurf. These people fight amongst each other in a closed loophole circuit. And when players like me come, we just don't get any chance. I cannot play that well compared to them. It's impossible. It's the same as asking someone who never seen a maths book to perform as well as someone who has been doing maths every single most of his life in a linear manner, and even did like PhDs or whatever. And you're comparing yourself, a dude that never opened a maths book versus one that has been doing maths intensively. Of course, it's going to be rigged and a one-side shit show. But it's important to show these things because the internet is really, really a messed up place these days. When I look gamers and I see the normalization of harassing, I don't see that as fun. That's not fun. That's not a good time. And when I see the main figures in the game not taking a decisive action and saying, we need to stop all these Smurf accounts and we need to close all these tournaments because 99% or 98% of these Smurf accounts are just top players who like to harass others. It creates a very bad precedent to say to a gaming community, these are top pro players and they spend 98% of their time harassing other people in offline accounts. That's that's sickening. It's one of the reasons why I do not want to associate myself in the OE2 community, because I just cannot see how normalizing wrong behavior is acceptable. So make your choices. I mean, some don't have ethics, and that's exactly why you see them streaming on that category and even pretending smurfing issue doesn't happen or it's an incidental problem that you have to deal with. And then you have people like me who obviously complain to the seven corners. And I hope that someday, uh, at least society understands that these behaviors of smurfing and using games to manipulate matchmaking systems should warrant you an immediate ban in your main accounts and everything. Because if you like to troll people and I could also do the same. I could simply create a new account, set that account into 200 elo, and bully non-stop players at that elo, you know, and then say GG or ease to laugh at their faces. But it's such a poor statement, and that's because I don't like what's happening that I'm stepping away, you know. I'd rather step away and be on my own than be with a group of people who are either smurfing because they're scumbags or because they're paid to do so, and they don't mind to take dirty money to just screw my games. Because if there's actually dirty money involved, and the players I've been facing were paid to actually matchmake against me and get money at the expense of stumping me, it makes it even more criminal. I believe that there could be such a thing. So what could I do? Because I play games to lose. You see the win rate, I already get the wins I get are instantly cancelled by Smurf accounts. And these people are cowards because you cannot see their main accounts. You have to guess who could these main accounts be. Now you say, oh, you win, you lose some. You don't lose against Smurf accounts. You always lose if the game is match fixed account against accounts that are held by Smurfs. You cannot win against Smurf accounts. That's not how it works. So I think that not only these accounts should be purged, but the main accounts should also be purged. And that's it. And not only they should be purged from gaming platforms, from YouTube. They should not be even allowed to post online. Because if your standards of gaming is to cancel anybody else and to use predatory accounts to cancel others, I think you should not even be allowed to come online. It's bad that you're creating an exclusive club of only people who have been playing this game can be good at it. So I will play separately. I will play it on my terms, and I will play exposing every single of these match fixers who do not like to play fair, but who like to match fix the system because they're too coward to play on their main accounts. Because that's one of the issues that's taking place right now. Of course, you might not want to watch this, but I'm really not going to change that. I also tell that there's some feeling of tiredness amongst the community about those guys who are always streaming tournaments and everything because your participants in the tournaments are always smurfing on people and always screwing other people who are lower elo to cancel them. So you're protectionist. You're protecting your established feuds by canceling people and not allowing them to come up. That's cowardice. That is cowardice. Like, why should I support you if in your Wololows and your tournaments if you like to cancel people with your hundreds of Smurf accounts? You should ask yourself. Of course, you're on the wrong, and of course, society is responsible for this because we are not taking a decisive action against this. Um, that is kind of enough. So I will stop this and I will keep posting. This is uh, a Smurf complaint, and not just a Smurf complaint. The corruption and the match fixing situation problem in this game that is obviously ruining the gameplay of honest players like me who are absolutely cancelled because a trashy community of players has decided, and their pals have decided to capture the game to cancel anybody else. And I don't like that. So that's how it ends for this video. I might continue to stream another time, but I will keep this each single time. I don't give a fuck if I have a 0 elo. I will continue to complain about each of these Smurf accounts. And I actually want a day where this behavior of smurfing is completely criminal. It's not even allowed in games, it's criminal. Signing off now. Thank you.